welcome to today's Pilates session. I'm Rachel, and we will be going over just a basic mat class. So please understand your body. If this is your first time taking a Pilates class, please don't do anything that hurts you. So if you feel any burning or stabbing, please stop the movement. There's always plenty of modifications and ways to improve an exercise. So know your body, and that may be one of those things that you're learning along the process here, is getting to understand what body parts should feel like as you do an exercise. Just know that pain is never something that we're looking for. Pain is the best way your body says, hey, stop. So do you stop the exercise? There may be exercises that I stop myself. There are things that, as I have aged, that I've learned that are no longer appropriate for my body. So let's go ahead and get started with a basic mat level class. We'll be just needing a mat today and a comfortable space. So I am in my garage, and we're gonna go ahead and rock and roll. So I'm gonna have you come over onto your back, lie down, and let's just begin with some pelvis movements. So we're gonna rock the pelvis front to back. I like to do my exercise first thing in the morning. So before I get too busy and find other things to do that are going to take up my day. It's also ridiculously hot here right now, so I need to get this done before this garage heats up, even though I do have a slight air conditioner. So we're rocking that pelvis. You want to push your low back down into the ground, and then you want to lift it up to where you feel comfortable. There's always going to be contraindications to just about any exercise, so pay attention to, again, what your body is feeling. We're going to work those hips side to side, so rocking side to side. This one's a little bit different, so you want to try and press your right hip bone down into the floor and then press your left hip bone down into the floor. What I don't want happening are those knees swaying side to side. So you're going to do your very best just to keep those knees nice and still as you work those hips down and down. Please keep in mind, I don't expect perfection as you guys go through this. This is really just learning your body at this point. So again, if this is your first Pilates mat session, that's great that you can do it online. However, I highly recommend that you get into an in-person class when you feel that it is safe. There's nothing that beats having someone's eyes on you and even getting their hands on you. That's the ultimate to where they can help manipulate your body. But at least having somebody's eyes on you to help correct those issues. Let's make a circle with that pelvis. So we're just going to imagine that our pelvis is a bowl of water here, and we're going to circle those hips around. I'm not the greatest at this one. I have a hitch in my left low back that I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So I've had multiple doctor's appointments to try and figure it out, physical therapy, chiropractors, and MRIs and x-rays. We just don't know. It doesn't feel good is all I know. It doesn't hinder me from a lot. Reverse directions with your bowl of water there. So some of my movements are just smaller, and that's okay. Some movements I avoid, not too many, but it's just one of those fun things of growing up. Rolling that around, and you can take your time and go extra slow with this if you'd like. Yeah, we're just making sure that pelvis is a bowl of water and kind of sloshing that bowl of water around. Let's go ahead and relax. Let's make those pelvic tilts a little bit bigger. So we're going to go up into a bridge type motion. So we're going to tuck that pelvis. We bring the pubic bone up towards the ceiling, pull in those abs, and roll this up. I'm not going all the way up. I still have some more room there, but we're just working on gradually making this a bigger range of motion. we're getting those buns involved. So let them work. We get that pelvic tuck, scoop and lift. So wherever you are, try to find your in-person Pilates class. And just remember that all Pilates instructors will have a slightly different way of teaching. We've got different backgrounds. Some of us come from classical backgrounds. Some of us come from contemporary backgrounds. Some come from physical therapy. Others come from personal trainers. Maybe there's dance backgrounds. So everybody's a little different. They have their own flair to add. So just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. But see what you can find there. We're going to go ahead and lift our legs into a tabletop position. So we've kind of warmed up that spine there. We're going to warm up those abdominals. Once your legs are lifted and they're disconnected, the safest position for our backs is to press it into the ground. If you're having trouble there, bring those knees in a little bit closer to your chest. So the weight of those legs can help press down, pull those backs down into the ground. As you get stronger, then you can press those knees so they're right over those hips. So take your time, work on that strength. We're holding, this is our dead bug position. If we wanted to raise our arms up, you can have our true dead bug here and just drop those shoulders down into the ground. These are all options. You can keep your arms down for now though. So we're going to alternate tapping our toes down to the floor. So I'm going to move from my hip, pull that knee up. Alternate sides and up. So toe tap to the floor and up. Your goal is to move just at those hips. You're keeping that low back flat down on the mat. As you get stronger, if you want to try this position with a neutral spine, go ahead. But any indications of pain or discomfort that are not the abdominals, go ahead and revert back to your imprint on the ground. Good. We're going to do one more time each side. And pause. Take those arms out to the sides. We want those arms out in a T position here. We're going to rock those knees slightly to your right. Keep those knees squeezing together and then pull those legs back up the center and switch directions, tilting to the left. And of course, if you go the opposite direction of me, all is not lost. Just make sure you continue moving opposite of me. If this is your first time with me, know that I don't count. I have no idea how to count. I've tried in my classes, but I talk too much to actually keep count with anything. So I let my body guide my movements. Tells me when I've done enough or if I need to do a few more. We're going to do one more time each side and tilting to our left. And good. Bring it back in the center. Arms come down. If you have moved around on your mat, then feel free to readjust yourself. We're going to lift those bums off the floor. So we're going to try and lift those knees up. So lift and down. Now this is a bigger move. This is a harder move. I don't need you to be bringing your butts up all the way over your head. All right? We're just looking for a little pelvic tilt and down. Use those arms, press down into the ground and down. If you're starting with a little pop, okay, that's all right. You'll eventually get to where you can peel and hold and peel and hold. It definitely takes time, so building that strength there. Give me two more, please. And down, one more time. Lift and down. Let's keep those legs here. Obviously, take breaks if you need to. Join me when you can. We're going to go into hundreds. So we're keeping this class basic today, so I'm not going to do anything fancy with those legs. We're going to stretch those arms out beyond those thighs. Inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to lift your head and shoulders. Eyes are going to look to the navel. I like to adjust my shirt. Pull the button off my shirt. So Legs are in a tabletop position, so calves are parallel to the floor and knees are over those hips. And we'll begin pumping those arms like we're pounding nails into the floor with the palms of our hands here. So we want strong movement from the arm. It's actually going to come from our backs, all right? And squeezing those abs. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale 5 counts and exhale 5 counts. Let's begin. Let's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 4, 30. Keep those eyes looking at your navel. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 4, 60. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 100. I hope I got all my numbers in there. Go ahead and relax, drop your head down, and then let's go ahead and put those feet back down onto the ground. We're going to take your feet just a little bit wider than your hips here. So if you're on a mat, maybe put your toes out on the edge of your mat. So we put our knees into a little external rotation here. We turn those toes out. Arms are down beside you. And we're going to go ahead and lift our bums up off the ground. So just straight up and down and up and down. So we're going to open up in those hips. We've done some great work there with those hundreds and the tabletop, those toe taps. So just opening up those hips. Good. Maybe a couple more here. Lift and down and lift and down. Very good. Walk those feet back in. And I want you to bring them all the way together. So we're going to squeeze those toes, ankles, knees, inner thighs. Everything is coming together. Fingertips are going to come behind the base of the skull. So we inhale here. We're going into what's classically known for all of us fitness professionals and fitness peoples is the crunch. All right? So we are going to do what's called abdominal prep in Pilates terms. So crunch or prep, whatever you want to call it. Inhale, and as you exhale, curl that chin towards the chest and lift your head and shoulders up. And then roll back down. I forgot one little thing. We're going to lift our toes off the ground. So we drive those heels in. Here we go. Inhale and exhale, curl it up and down. I like, this is just simply where I have grown accustomed to putting my hands. I put my fingertips at the base of my skull, and then I put my thumbs on my cheekbones. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey, you know, he puts on his mask, goes over his head, and then when he goes to take it off, he has to reach behind his head to pull his mask off. That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I've got a big old green mask on my head. Getting ready to pull it off. And curl up again. Curl. Keep those knees squeezing together. Toes lifted off the floor. Let's do one more. Curl up. And down. Very good. All right, relax those feet. Take them back to hip width apart. We're going to keep our hands behind the base of our skull here. We're working on our crisscross, or known in the fitness world as bicycle. So we're going to lift our right leg up to tabletop. We're going to take our left armpit and reach towards that knee. I don't need you to breathe that knee all the way in. We're just going to kind of keep them up in the tabletop position and then bring it back down and then switch. So we're starting really nice and simple. But if you think it's ineffective, try again. I've been teaching mat Pilates for 20 years. And I know that you think that's just outrageous because I look like I'm 20, so how could I possibly? So thank you for that compliment. But no, I've been teaching for 20 years now, and this is still not an easy exercise. Pilates is one of those things that the more effort or the more you recognize your body, the harder things become. So you can really get the most out of these exercises by simply mentally engaging and squeezing those body parts. And I'll tell you what I'm visualizing here as I go through this is drawing this X on my body, my torso. So as I twist towards my knee here, I'm bringing my rib cage down and crossing it over to my opposite hip. And I don't have to lift high. So let's make this a little bit more challenging. All right, sometimes it just makes more sense and we can connect to those muscles if we make things more challenging to start off with and then regress and find those deeper body parts. So let's lift the head and shoulders up, and then we're gonna go ahead and stretch out one leg as we reach the armpit towards the knee. And notice that I do not pull my knee in. I keep it set above my hip. And I stretch out the leg. Stretch out the leg. Keep my knee stationary. And I don't have to lift all the way up. I don't want to fall over as I do this exercise. We're going to do this 2 more times. Twist, center, twist, and center, and bring it down. Hug those knees into the chest. What a great job you did. Good. You can rock a little bit back and forth. You can circle those knees. Good. Alrighty. We're going to hang on to those shins, and we're going to roll ourselves up into our seated position. If you have any spine compromises where you need to roll to the side and sit on up, do so. This exercise is definitely not for those with osteoporosis or any sort of disc issue. So again, know your body, and let's come on up. So we're going to do this little rocking motion, get that momentum started, and then we come all the way up. If you guys are wondering what kind of mats to use, yoga mats are not the greatest when it comes to Pilates. So I recommend something a little bit thicker, especially for the exercise that we're about to do here. So we're going to do rolling like a ball. It's going to be a little spinal massage. It's still going to involve those abdominals. But your spine will not like you if you try to do it on a thin mat or on a very hard surface. So I'm on a cement floor with just linoleum or laminate floor covering it. A very thin pad in between the floor and cement. So I like my thick mat because sometimes we'll even double that up. Right? So we're going to bring those knees in towards us. Maybe shift yourself so you're a little bit further forward on your mat so that you don't roll off onto the mat. But again, if you have osteoporosis or any sort of disc issue, do not do this exercise. So rolling like a ball, we're going to hang on to those shins. Watch it first and then try it. I'm going to keep my elbows just loose out by my sides here. My hands open on my shins here. Tuck my chin into my chest, and I'm going to allow gravity just to pull me back. So I roll back, keep my chin into my chest, and roll back up to the seated position. What I do not want to see happening is this. Don't pick our legs up. Okay? So some of you will have a tight low back, and you'll kind of end up like a flat tire. Okay, it is what it is. So you could stay up here and just work on stretching and lifting. That would be nice. Or you can join me with rolling like a ball. We're just going to do 5 of them. So toes on the floor. Tuck that chin into your chest. Do not open your head up to the ceiling. Always look at your navel. It's the most exciting thing going on right now, yeah? So watch that navel. Let's go ahead and inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. Balance. Can you keep those toes off the floor? I just told you that now. Go ahead and do that again. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up to balance. Good. 3 more times. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up to balance. 2 more. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up to balance. 1 more. Roll it back and up. I think that was 5, but who knows my counting skills. We're going to slide our booties back, and we're going to keep our legs out in front of us. So, hamstrings, we have to address those. I've always had very flexible hamstrings, so this is no big deal. But the rest of the world is not like me. So we're going to bend those knees if you need to. Try and get your shoulders right above your hips with your back nice and straight. All right? So do what you've got to do here. We're going to go with our arms extended out in front of us. Raise those shoulders up to the ears. How does that feel? Yeah, I don't like it either. So let's drop those down. Actually, imagine that you're pulling your armpits down. All right, that's going to help us keep our shoulders in their sockets there. And then we're just going to do a slight reach forward with our shoulders, and then we'll pull them back. So reach forward and back, forward and back, and now hold those arms back. So we dropped them down, we pulled them back, retracted to press. Yeah? Alrighty. So here we're going to go for our spine stretch. We're going to keep those arms out in front of us. We're going to flex the spine, pull that navel in, and then reach forward with those fingertips and those toes or heels. My feet are flexed. So you should feel the arms and legs reaching forward, but the torso being pulled back. So it's like I've got arms around me and they're pulling me back. All right. Ah. So that's our sensation. Bring it back up to this nice stacked position. So we inhale. Exhale, reach it. So pull that navel back into your spine. Inhale, stack up tall. Drop those shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, scoop the belly, round it forward, reach, reach, reach. Maybe you even want to pull those heels off the ground. Reach, 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 and stack it up. Again, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Let's do one more time. This feels really good. Exhale. Sometimes it's those simple ones that feel amazing. Good. Sitting up tall. Open up those arms. Again, let's raise those shoulders up to the ears and then drop them back down. Just in case you forgot where your shoulders need to be. I'm going to turn just a wee bit so you can see what's going on here. So I'm keeping my feet hip width apart. Hips, we talk about those little bony parts at the front of the body. We don't need to go into great detail with that right now. Extend those arms out to the side, shoulders down. We're going to rotate to our right. Keep those toes up to the ceiling, and then bring it back to center, and turn it left. And back to center, and to right. And center, and left. Good. One more time each side. Good. And center. Can you keep those arms out there? You should be feeling work in your shoulder caps, not in your neck. So being able to keep those arms out there. Oh, here's a little trick too to make your arms look better, because as I'm aging here, I got this thing here, but I can make my arms look really good and tight if I turn that elbow to the back. Good tip, yes, no? Okay, let those arms relax there. We're going to combine those two moves, so our spine stretch with our seated twist there. So we're going to go into something called the saw. Again, if you have osteoporosis or disc issues, do not attempt this exercise. My hair looks funny on that side, so don't worry about my hair. It's okay. All right, arms out. So we're going to exhale, rotate, and I'm going to reach my right hand over my left toe. All right, so we've got this little saw motion. We're going to pulse twice. 1, 2, rotate up to center, pause, switch directions. Exhale, reach 1, 2, inhale up tall. Now I got really excited to do this exercise, so I forgot a step. We got to take those feet out a little bit wider. Okay, so you can go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Sometimes I get very excited and can't wait to start the next exercise. So rotate, reach 1, 2, up tall, switch, rotate, 1, 2, up tall, rotate, 1, 2, up tall, and reach. Let's do one more time each side, please. Reach, reach. Make sure that when you're going through this, that it's not a bounce, but it is a pulse. So that means it is a controlled contraction. So pulse, we're controlling, not bounce. Let's come onto your side and face me first, because you won't know what's going on if you don't face me first. So, let's start with the legs series. Come on down. You're the next contestant. So I like to rest my head in my hand. You may certainly drop your head all the way down to your arm. You can use a block under your head. That's completely your choice. We're going to stretch out those legs, and then we're going to bring those legs forward to 45 degrees. what that's going to do is give you a little bit more surface area to help balance. So as we progress and get stronger and better with this, then we can bring those legs back slightly. Definitely not necessary right now. What I want you to think about doing is lifting your waist up off the ground, and then we're going to raise our top leg to hip height here. So we're going to try and I tend to rock my foot up to the ceiling here. I want you to do your best to keep that foot parallel. All right, and the foot's just going to go up to hip height here. So top arm comes down onto the floor to help brace and balance you. And we're going to sweep that foot forward and sweep it back. Sweep it forward, press to that heel, and then point that toe, sweep back. Forward and back. Oh, what a great dynamic stretch for those hamstrings and calves. My hammies love this. You should also feel your waist working here, and then your booty working when you press back. Forward and back. Let's add a double pulse here. So we press forward, 1, 2, and squeeze. 1, 2, and squeeze. Try not to let that leg drop or raise higher than your hip. 1, 2, and squeeze. One more time, please. 1, 2, and squeeze. Good. Now, I did not think this outfit through when I decided to do this class. So, hopefully nothing inappropriate shows. I'm going to just adjust the shorts a wee bit there. So we're going to externally rotate. So what I want you to do is just kind of work on rotating that femur in that hip socket there. All right? And that will help you get your butt to wake up. External rotation means we're just rotating that kneecap up to the ceiling. And then we're going to keep that up, and we're going to lift that leg up and down. As you lift that leg up, try not to sink into the floor. So we scoot that your waist. Scoot that waist with the belly nice and strong. So we lift up and down. Up and down. Don't fall backwards. You want to try and keep those hips stacked. They go a little bit faster on the way up, and squeeze on the way down. Up and squeeze, and up and squeeze, and up and squeeze. 2 more. Up and squeeze. Last one. Up. Good. Now, hold this foot. You can let it go into a neutral position, and we'll do little circles. So, my favorite image is Winnie the Pooh. My mother loves Winnie the Pooh, so I've got that ingrained in my head. And just stirring a pot of honey with my foot. The pot of honey is lying on its side. And here I am stirring the pot. Change directions. Good. Circle and circle. Circle. Yes. 1, 2, 3. And 2. And 1. And bring it down. Very good. So that should have warmed up your side booty there. Alrighty. So let's turn this around. You can do a wonderful roll up. You can just flip around and face the other direction so you don't have to look at me. But here I am. So, head in hand, stretch out those legs, move them forward 45 degrees so that you have your balance. Adjust your clothing if necessary. And we're going to raise that top leg to hip height. Flex that foot and sweep forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. So we flex that foot, get that stretch through those hamstrings and calves. It's delicious. Good. If you guys need any help with your form, I also do virtual training, so as well as my in-person coaching and training. So if you're in the area, come on over. I'm in Illinois. Let's do that double pulse here. 1, 2, and back. And I would love to see you. Masks and all. But 2 more, please. But I definitely do offer the virtual training, which has really gone well. I'm very pleased. So we're going to rotate that kneecap up to the ceiling so we find those glutes. So this large thigh bone here is called the femur, and so we just want to rotate it in the hip socket. I don't want to move my whole pelvis. I'm just rotating that thigh bone, and we're going to reach that leg up and down, up and down. Quick up, squeeze it down. Quick up, squeeze it down. Although I should have put my self-tanner on today. Lesson learned. Maybe I can find a filter that will make my legs a little tanner. Good. Hold this here. Let's circle that leg. Circle, circle, circle. Normally I'm not a shorts gal, but when it's so hot in my garage, change directions, then one must dress for the occasion. And circle, and circle, and circle. Well, let's do 3, and 2, and 1, and bring it down. So good. Should have warmed up that outside hip and booty there. Since we're already so close to being on our bellies, let's go ahead and turn forward onto our tummies. Slither back here. Laying on a microphone. Let me just move that. We're going to just pull it out there, let it lay out there. Alrighty. Let's start with those hands in beside our chest here and shoulders. So right underneath your shoulders. Separate those feet. If you have a tight back, having your feet together is going to feel less great. So open them up. And we're just going to keep those hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale here, just lift your chest. So you can go ahead and press those hands into the floor. Give yourself some assistance. Do not come all the way up. That's not necessary. And back down. Now, for those of you with stenosis or certain disc issues, this will not feel good. So don't do it. But hopefully you were following that rule all along and not doing those things that would hurt you. So important. And sometimes the exercise might be totally fine for you. It's just how you were doing it. So that's where that eyes in person on you would be helpful. All right, let's go ahead and just push up a little bit higher. So you can actually use those arms and push yourself up. I have a super long torso, so it looks like I'm coming up higher. I'm not. My arms aren't straight yet. I have short arms. I have T-Rex arms. So I'm definitely not up all the way. It's just that my torso looks long. Roll it down. Stretch those arms out. Oh, that's what I should have called it. All right. Stretch those arms and legs out. We're going to reach your right arm and left leg off the ground and switch. So in a perfect world, you would have your chin closer to your chest without having your neck tucked. So we keep that neck nice and long. And reach the arm and leg off the ground. And reach and down. Reach and down. And make sure that when you are doing your workout programs that you are getting top and bottom, side to side, front to back. So throughout your week, make sure you get all of that. You're going forward and back, you're going side to side, you're twisting. Good. Let's raise up both the arms and the legs. So reach and down. And if this is too much for you, then go ahead and stay with the alternating arms and legs. Good. 2 more, please. Lift and down. 1 more time. Lift and down. Wonderful. Walk those hands back underneath those shoulders. Sit back into your child's pose. Alrighty. So with Pilates, there really shouldn't be a lot of stretching that is needed afterwards. Such things as that front back kick that we did, the up down. That should all be working on the stretching around the legs. So it's an active stretching and core strengthening class. So twist, the spine twist that we did, the spine flex forward. That last one where we lifted up with our chest. You should be feeling completely stretched out at this point and ready to rock your day, or ready to complete your day, depending on what time of day you did your video. So again, please feel free to send me any comments and questions, concerns that you might have. I've been doing this for 20 years. There's so much to touch on, and hopefully we'll be seeing that throughout some of the other videos. If there's any special requests, I'd be happy to try and accommodate those. Thank you, and have a great day.